What's going on, fam? It's your man Kurt from Triad Hip Hop Podcast. I appreciate y'all checking us out yet another week. You know, we're fastly approaching our 200th episode of the live podcast, so we will definitely be doing it big. Also, later on this year will be our 5th year anniversary, so we appreciate y'all. Probably going to do it big around that time as well. So today I'm bringing you a lyrical breakdown from one of my favorite artists, and this is a song that goes back to the 90s. You know what I mean? I know we do a lot of throwbacks, but you know, these are songs that need to be recognized, and you know, we got to give some of these rappers their flowers. You know, they deserve it. You know what I mean? Just, it is what it is. So this is my man Ice Cube, and this is his group, the Lynch Mob. The song is called Guerillas in the Mist. And I know I only chose this because it's Black History Month. And, you know, this is like a blackety song, you know what I mean? That really is, get you in that pro-black mindset, you know what I mean? So I love it. So shout out to my man Q. Shout out to the Lynch Mob. I think, you know, the Lynch Mob didn't really have a long catalog. You know, I want to say they only did one album, but you know, it was still worth listening to, and this was one of my favorite songs, you know. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first and the second verse. I'm going to do the first verse, break that down, then let y'all hear the second verse, come back and break that down as well. So without further ado, here's the first verse of the Lynch Mob, Guerillas in the Mist.
For my magic, Guerillas in the Mist. Come down and beware of the black fist. The gorilla straight motherfucking killers in the mist. Take a shot, but you can't horse. Never thought you'd see South Central niggas in the boards. Don't kick in the chords just yet, cause we ain't made a mess yet. This rap produce the best shit. Coming real hard, man, bumping in your car, man. Finally caught up with a devil named Tarzan. Swinging on the vine, sucking on a piece of swine. Jigaboo come up from behind, hit him with a coconut, stab him in his gut. Push him off the tree, he falls right on his nuts. And just like EPMD, I don't like a bitch named J to the A to the N-E. Can't wait to meet her, I'm gonna kill her, cause that little motherfucking cheetah can't hang with a gorilla. Ooh, running for my magic. Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah. Voodoo, running from my magic. Yeah, man. So anyway, so let's go ahead and jump right into it, because you know, this is that hit you in the face, you know, bold black hip hop. And I think of Black history because I think songs like this, they kind of make history. You know what I mean? We don't really get a whole lot of songs like this no more. We still get a little bit from people like Kendrick Lamar and Cole and stuff like that. And you know, of course, those are easily ones, and there's a few other artists who do other things too. You know what I mean? But we just don't get them in as high abundance as we used to back in the day. So anyway, so what's dope, first of all, about this verse, they kind of have a back and forth. You know what I mean? It's not just one person rapping. You know, it's Ice Cube, it's the Lynch Mob, JD, you know what I mean? All of them just kind of trade back and forth. So I'm not going to go too much into who's rapping on what bar, but you know, if you go back and check out the video, you can see how they go back and forth. So anyway, the first verse starts off by saying, "Come down and beware of the black fist. The gorillas, straight motherfucking killers in the mist." You know what I mean? So once again, right off the bat is right in your face. You know what I mean? No punches being pulled. And I'm doing the unedited version. You know what I mean? The video version, you know, they changed the lyrics around just a little bit, but I'm doing the uncensored version. You know, that's just my favorite. So then he said, "Come down and beware of the black fist. The gorillas, straight motherfucking killers in the mist. Take a shot, buck, but you can't horse. Never thought you'd see South Central niggas in the forest." Man, listen. So for me, this song is very metaphorical. You know what I mean? And I think it really goes deep into social injustice and racism and all that good stuff. It's almost like the song is like you keep kind of lumping us in to these stereotypes and calling us these racist names and treating us like we're less than and all of that. If that's still going on, fine. We're going to show you what a nigga is. Fine. We're going to show you what a jigaboo is. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about when I hear this song, when I hear these lyrics. So, and then he said, like I said, he said, never thought you'd see South Central niggas in the forest. And then he said, don't kick in the chorus just yet, cause we ain't made a mess yet. Lynch Mob produced the best shit. Man, you know what I mean? So it's like really hard, really bold lyrics, and it's almost like they're painting this picture of some random unfamiliar person going through the woods in places like Africa, not knowing what the hell to expect. And now you really about to get the black experience, you know what I mean? So that's why he said, never thought you'd see South Central niggas in the forest. Don't kick in the chorus just yet, cause we ain't made a mess yet. Lynch Mob produced the best shit. Coming real hard, man. Bumping in your car, man. Finally caught up with a devil named Tarzan. Swinging on a vine, sucking on a piece of swine. Jigaboo come up from behind. Man, listen. It's like it's so freaking, this is that I don't give a fuck song. I love it. You know what I mean? It's not meant to intentionally just disrespect any specific, let's say, white person. It's more so saying, if you keep trying to call us animals and jigaboos and thugs and this shit, we're going to show you what that really is. Okay? Because that's not what we're trying to do. But if you keep poking the bear, you're going to see what the bear does. You know what I mean? So he said, hit him with a coconut, stab him in his gut, push him out the tree, he falls right on his nuts. So, you know, they're doing the Tarzan metaphor. I love that because, you know, Tarzan was a pretty popular show about a white dude who lived in the jungle, you know what I mean? And basically living with wild animals. So, you know, he wasn't intelligent. He wasn't very smart. Couldn't really formulate full sentences grammatically. You know, he was, you know, off. And so, you know, he basically kind of using that as a metaphor. So that's why he said, you know, hit him with a coconut, stab him in his gut, push him out the tree, he falls right on his nuts. And then he goes, and just like EPMD, I don't like a bitch named J to the A to the N-E. Man, I'm gonna kill her. No, he said, can't wait to meet her. I'm gonna kill her because that little motherfucking cheetah can't hang with a gorilla. Yo, listen. My man, I mean, this song just goes so hard for me. So the EPMD metaphor, I think, is really dope because EPMD is a rap group. You know, they had a famous series of songs called Jane about, you know, just about random women in general who do men wrong. You know what I mean? Gold digging, cheating, you know, abusing the money and just, you know, want to do you dirty. You know what I mean? So that's the whole, they did like, I think they did like 4 or 5 of them. So, you know, it was like a Jane 1, Jane 2, Jane 3, all of that. So anyway, so that's why he said that. And then Tarzan, you know, his companion was Jane, you know what I mean, on the Tarzan series. So that's why he said, just like EPMD, I don't like a bitch named J to the A to the N-E. Can't wait to meet her. I'm gonna kill her. Because that little motherfucking cheetah can't hang with a gorilla. You know, and they had the little, I think they had like a cheetah as a pet or some shit like that. You know, it was a corny show to me. I never liked it, you know what I mean? But it was alright, you know what I mean? I didn't hate it, but it wasn't for me. So anyway, that's the end of the first verse. We're going to go ahead and let y'all hear the second verse, and then I'm going to come back and break that down. Let's do it. Voodoo.
Running for my magic.
You try to pay me off with a banana, but JD is blacker than a city called Atlanta.
I need some elbow room so I can boom, shakalaka boom. That's the sound of the 20 gauge. Lock us up and the lynch mob can break out of any cage. You never even hear of this. I'm taking care of this lynch mob environmental terrorist. Fuck grape, ape, and Magilla. I'm a killer, Magilla gorilla ain't a killer. White boys like Godzilla, but my super nigga named King Kong played his ass like ping pong. So motherfuckers get your ding dong. Or the bullsack, what's that dick and nutsack? Get your butts back from the black fist. Cap pillars, the gorillas in the mist.
Running for my magic. Gorillas in the mist.
Okay, so now let's go into the second verse. He said, you try to pay me off with a banana, but JD is blacker than the city called Atlanta. Give me some elbow room. I need some elbow room so I can boom, shakalaka boom. You know what I mean? The boldness of the lyrics, you know what I mean? The blackness, the boldness, I love it. You know what I mean? Standing proud, standing tall with the black fist. You know what I mean? So, he said, so I can boom, shakalaka boom. That's the sound of the 20 gauge. Lock us up and the lynch mob can break out of any cage. You never even hear of this. I'm taking care of this. Lynch mob environmental terrorists. And this is my favorite part, you know what I mean? I think Cube just comes in out of nowhere. He said, fuck grape, ape, and Magilla. I'm a killer. Magilla gorilla ain't a killer. White boys like Godzilla, but my super nigga named King Kong beat his ass like ping pong. Man, listen. Well, I'm sorry. Played his ass like ping pong. Man, I mean, you can't, back in those days, man, you couldn't put Cube on a song and it not be fire. You know what I mean? I mean, just straight fire. So anyway, I love that. He said, fuck grape, ape, and Magilla. Now, you know, that's another metaphor and reference to the old school. You know, back in the day, we had the Hanna-Barbera cartoons on Saturdays, and you know what I mean, all the shows like Bugs Bunny and all of them. And basically, Grape Ape was one of the characters, and it was another one called Magilla Gorilla. So they were both two, you know, primates or whatever. That's why he said, fuck Grape Ape and Magilla. I'm a killer. Magilla Gorilla ain't a killer. You know what I mean? And then he said, white boys like Godzilla, but my super nigga named King Kong played his ass like ping pong. And then my man comes out of nowhere and says, so motherfuckers get the ding dong or the Bozak. What's that? Dick and nutsack. Get your butts back from the black fist. Cap pillars, the gorillas in the mist. So yeah, I love that, man. That's dope. So there's some more references in there that's dope too. So that's why he said, some motherfuckers get the ding dong or the Bozak. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, we know what that's a metaphor for. But he said, what's that? Dick and nutsack. That's another EPMD reference, because they had a song called Get the Bozak, which was just a code word for that. You know what I mean? And so that's why they said, or the Bozak, what's that? Dick and nutsack. Get your butts back from the black fist. Cap pillars, the gorillas in the mist. Man, listen. This is such an in-your-face song, you know what I mean? You can't be a hip-hop head and not be proud of this song, especially as a black person, because we do have to stand up for our culture more and stop allowing them to disrespect us. You know what I mean? And so, but that's pretty much what they do. You know what I mean? People, you know, and I don't want to say all white people do that, but it's very heavily used in, you know, white society, the ones who think less of us. We'll put it that way. The ones who think less of us. What they do is they will poke and prod. Oh, well, look at this bear. Look at this polar bear. Look at this grizzly bear. Look at this black bear. Look at this brown bear. He's so stupid. Entertain me, black bear. Huh? Entertain me. Do something. And then when the fucking bear get tired of being poked and he jump up and slap the holy shit out you, then you want to play the victim. You know what I mean? It's like, stop poking the bear if you don't want to get attacked by the bear. So, you know, that's what I think about when I hear this song. You know what I mean? It's not saying, oh, we hate white people or we hate anybody. It's just saying those of you, and that can come from any color. You know what I mean? There's racist people in the Middle East, you know what I mean, who think less of us. But he's going based on his experience and their experience. They more so dealing with a lot of white people who are racist and have that, you know, complex of, you know, we're up here and you're down here, you know. You're just our entertainment, you know what I mean? Shut up and dribble, you know, those types. And so that's what they're attacking, that, basically saying, you know, you're going to keep trying to push this stereotype that we're animals and we're thugs and, you know, and we're this and we're that. And now we're going to show you, since you want to keep poking the bear, we're going to show you what the fuck the bear can do. So it's just metaphorical, but it puts people in the perspective of stop doing that. You know what I mean? So anyway, for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, I just want to do my rant. That's one of my favorite songs. Please go check that out. The Lynch Mob, Guerillas in the Mist. And, you know, even the title is a metaphor. You know, guerrillas as in a unit of soldiers, or it's also talking about gorillas as in the animal. You know what I mean? So the whole concept is just dope. You know what I mean? I that's been one of my favorite songs since it dropped in the 90s. So I want to say it came out in 93. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but I want to say it was somewhere around 93. But anyway, for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, thank y'all for, you know, supporting us and continuing to, you know, watch these videos. You know we only have a small group of people, but we love doing this, and, you know, it feels good to just talk about the culture of hip hop and to give flowers to some of our favorite rappers like Cube and the Lynch Mob and people like that. So anyway, we'll be back on Saturday for our live show. Thank y'all again, and we'll see y'all soon on the next Lyrical Breakdown. And happy Black History Month. Peace.